Studio 4 of Radio Television Brunei, this is Living with Passion with your host, Mr. Soon Lu.
Welcome to Living with Passion. Let's give all of you a big hand again. Woo! So, here's a quick question. Guess how many Guinness World Records there are in this world? Now, I'm thinking like millions or maybe hundreds of thousands, right? But the truth is there are only 40,000 of that. That means there is a small amount of people that break records. So let me ask you this, right? If you can break a record, what kind of record would you break? Let's think about it for a while, okay? So I and a team of my friends thought about, hey, maybe we should break a record too. So, just to set the bar a bit lower, let's start breaking a national record, okay? For those of you that know me, I jump the highest bungee jump of the world, which is 61 story, which is like flying down from 61 story, and obviously with safety over there. Thank you so much, okay? So I didn't die, right? And I come back and like, wow, that's so thrilling. So I want to set a record whereby there are lots of people jumping bungee jump. And unfortunately, in this region of the world, there's no bungee jump. So we do reverse bungee jump. So how many people can we have within a day that jump reverse bungee jump? So do you know what is reverse bungee jump? Anyone? No. All right, so reverse bungee jump is this, right? So we set you, lock you in the pot, 3 of you, drag you down, and then release you and spring up to 20 story within 1 second. And then you hit the top speed of 200 kilometers an hour within 1 second. So it's crazy. So we ask people, so you want to be part of a record setting team to be exciting, right? And the student, they're like, wow, I want to jump. But I have no money because it's expensive, right? And then thank you. And then we ask the adult, who has money? Do you want to jump? The adult say, are you crazy? Heart attack and how, right? So they wouldn't jump. So in long story short, so within a few months, we managed to get about 400 people that are willing to jump. And we jump, I remember, from 8:30 in the morning all the way to the afternoon, and then all the way beyond that to midnight, non-stop jumping. So by the time we finish, there are still people lining up and jumping. And then we say, you know what, it's midnight, it's done, let's set a record, we already break a record, and then we have that. So my question to all first is this, right? What would be a record that you love to set for yourself? Okay, think about it for a moment, okay? Thank you, okay, let me go over there now, okay? And joining us today will be people that is very familiar with setting records, in this case getting awards, is none other than our very local, talented musician, Lily Cham, who has been performing since she was very young, and she has performed in front of tens of thousands of people, and herself have cut musical albums. And she's better known as a musical educator that educate people to really learn music from a very young age. And joining her today is 2 very talented daughters. Some of you might have heard her and the daughter playing just now. Sheng Li, her first daughter, has been getting her grade 8 piano and violins since she was 12 years old. And she has 54 records, awards under her name. And recently she has won the records, the World Championship of Performing Arts in Los Angeles, California. So that was amazing. And joining her is a younger sister, Ethan, which I'm sure is equally as talented. So without further ado, should we put our hand together for Lily Cham and her very talented daughter, Sheng Li and Eden? Woo!
Oh, Mommy will sit here.
Right. Okay. So I couldn't tell which is the elder one because they are equally as high. Yeah.
Actually, usually we just say we're twins and she's our older sister.
So you can pretend to be younger, right?
Yeah.
That's perfect. I didn't know the education starts so young. But usually the older you get, the older you don't want to hide you want to hide your age. Okay, great. Thank you, very talented. So Lily, so first question to you, right?
All right.
When do you start playing music and why do you love it so much?
I love music since as a toddler.
But I only got the chance to take up music when I was a teenager. It's something which I always wanted to do, and every time when I watch someone play the piano or play the flute or the guitar, I'm just so captivated by it. Yeah, so it's something which I always wanted to do, but I only had the chance when I was a teenager.
What happened when you're a teenager?
I had to, I went to this, you know, Hari Raya, like Chinese New Year,
Okay,
where
understand.
you visit houses. Then I went to this particular teacher's house, and I started playing for Alice. And
Wow.
the teacher asked me, have you played the piano before? I said, no, I just play by ear, and I just memorized that.
Just to clarify, by ear means you don't read the thing and you just
No.
listen and you play.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Just testing. How many of the audience know how to play instrument? Raise. Some. Okay. Okay. Who can play by ear? Okay. Good. Okay. So it's very rare skill. Okay. Yeah.
Right. And then the teacher said to my mom, he said, I have to ask you to let her take up proper lessons. And with that memory, she can, with that memory skill, she can memorize all these pieces, you know, besides for Alice at this point where she never studied. So I think you should. So after lots of persuasion, my mom said, okay, you can go. Yeah. And that's when I started. I was in Form 4.
Wow. Because at that time,
Yeah.
I would imagine, right? It's like you want to do business, that's great because you can make money. But if you want to do arts or piano, it's like, but they can't even make it, right?
Yeah.
So that's not the right proper education. So what do you do to persuade your mom?
In fact, being in you know, like our Chinese family, they would say that music has no future, and it's very commonly understood that if you do music, you will either be a teacher or you just can't earn enough money, and so it is better that you don't take music. But in other countries, it is seen as something very valuable to the country, and it's
Depends on
an
the culture
industry.
that you're in,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah.
right.
Great. Thank you so much again. Okay. So now you are a musical educator, so you have
Yeah.
to persuade parents to let their kids do music. So how do you do that?
In fact, it helps in the academic studies and generally as a person. And you know, we have so much feelings in us, so much emotion we can express through music. And I think if children are exposed as young as 3 years old, that's what I call golden ages,
Okay.
then they are smarter.
You have your two very lovely daughters here with us
you.
today. So my first real question, right? So are you forced into playing music?
No, actually, sorry, I'm just gonna start
Yeah.
first. Actually, I started when I was maybe in her belly because she used to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen to the real musical education.
Okay, fine. Because basically, she'd have students, and when she was heavily pregnant, she still play the piano. And you know, babies can hear things. No, I don't remember, but babies can hear things, right? And so every day she would play those famous composers like Chopin and classical music, and that was really the start of it. But then of course I had to get out of her belly, right? And I just had a connection with music. I just bang on the piano all the time. And when she used to continue teaching her students, or even when she was pregnant with my sister, I sleep under the piano.
About that. So he's playing a lot of piano when they're
When they are
gone.
still young.
Yourself?
Well, I think when I was young, I always knew that I would grow up to be something to do with music.
Wow. Does your sister play music?
Well, it's because when I came out as a baby, my mom told me that my cries were so high pitched. and then she said, "This one's gonna be a singer." And I was like, yeah, so I think, and then like as we started like classes at
Right.
3 years old, and we just continued.
Got it. Okay. So if you bang on the piano, it's a pianist. If you sing, then it's a. If you cry very high pitch, then it's a singer.
Oh, she didn't stop crying after a baby. She still kept crying until 5.
This is the sister who know. Okay.
And now she sings all the time.
Now I sing all the time.
Later on, we have a chance to hear that.
Yeah.
Right? So how's to be a really good musician, right? So it's not just about talents, as you say, right? Take a lot of hard work. So what kind of work that a musician need to go through, every day or every week? What's typical?
I think there's a saying, it's only 1% talent and 99% hard work. And if you take that concept and you really work on that, then I realized that you can become someone great because you can't rely on talent alone.
Yeah. And when they were working towards the Wakopa, I have to wake them up from 12 a.m. to 2. And can you imagine, she has to sing at that time?
12 a.m., that's midnight.
Yes, midnight.
Being wake up by your mom at midnight. Not easy in any case.
Good morning, practice?
And she has to play. Oh, just a few months ago. She has to, just taking that for an example, she has to play to her climax during that time.
At 12 a.m.
Yeah, between 12 to 2 because of our time difference, and the competition time will be at that.
Got it. So in Los Angeles,
yes,
when
that's
it's
right.
competing, it's about noon,
Yes.
roughly afternoon, noon time.
Yeah.
And whereas here is midnight, so you wake you up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And can you imagine she has to sing during that time too?
Yeah.
Can you imagine midnight you have to wake up and you have
And
to
sing my
sing.
best.
Your best.
Yeah. And these are some of the things that I would say you have to sacrifice from your normal routine, and you have to be very dedicated with what you believe you want to achieve. Because if you don't put in all the sacrifice and you live like a normal life, then you can only go this far.
Right, that's a saying, right? So if you live like every other people, then you become like every other people.
Correct.
And you want to be different, you better be able to put in
Yes.
that extra effort to make that come true. Okay.
So when, like Shani's case, we travel a lot and a lot of jet lags you have to go through. And just when you fall asleep and it's time to get out of the plane, and you just have to be very positive about it, and you just have to get used to it. And when you are so tired and there's a show, and you have to be ready for it. So all those things have to be taken into consideration. Yeah.
And Sheng Li won 54 awards.
Gone up to
66.
66
I
now.
have all data, I got it. Okay. What do you have to do to win so many awards? Just
Be very positive.
Okay.
First of all, it's not only the talent and working very hard, because we covered that. It's also your attitude too, and finding the right connections as well. I got these new awards in WCOPA.
yes.
Right, there are 12
Tell us more
of
about
them.
that, yes.
12 of them. And okay, if I would like to run through with you, I joined 5 categories.
Yes.
And in 5 categories, then you go into the semi-final, then you go into the final, right? And that's divided into just medals and division awards. The medals are for your age category, but the division awards are bigger age category. And I'm very pleased to say that in all my 5 categories, I got 5 gold and 5 division awards.
On the go.
Wow. Woo.
But
How do you, please,
doesn't stop there. Then
Yeah.
you get a medal for passing the semi-finals.
Wow.
And then after that you compete, and I got the Junior Grand Champion Instrumentalist of the World.
And how do you feel about that?
I feel very grateful, and I feel very thankful. At that moment,
Right.
it was a bit surreal. I'm like, oh, did they call my name out right? Oh, it's me, okay. Because my friends were pushing me out, so I'm like, okay, so I
Must
get
be
to.
me. It must be me, right? My friends pushing. Now, how does Mom feel about it?
Oh, I'm very, very happy. And
Do you expect this?
We've been dedicated and
dedicated to go
Yeah.
for that. And many times when we went out to different countries to compete, every time we will have this talk, and you have to work until to the point where nobody can beat you. You have to go to that level, because if you go there and die, it's difficult.
Right.
But you must target yourself so hard that you will do any research you can to make yourself different.
Got
Yeah.
that, okay.
So
It seems so
feel happy.
it seems so glamorous right now, right? While I was winning so many awards, right? Tell us about some of the challenge that you face and the hardship that you face. Yes, please.
I also went to the competition with
Yeah.
her, and I had more than 20 people to go up against.
Okay.
And because I was one of the late entries, I was at the back of every single queue. And just to see every single person belting and singing so good, it's
from different countries.
from
Different
all
country, and you
different
just feel like-
countries.
yeah.
Yeah, I just feel, oh, tough competition. And I won 1 gold, 2 silver, and 2 bronze, and 1 division award.
All right, let's give her a hand. Wow. So who were some of your role models in terms of music? Lily, maybe the daughters. Lily, what would you say your role model at the beginning?
I always look to, there's a few composer which I really admire. Of course, there's the classic one, Bach and Chopin's my favorite. And the modern, I would say I like David Foster's style.
Okay, Foster,
Yeah,
yes.
and Hans Zimmer kind of orchestration. So
Yeah, the movie scoring.
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Awesome,
I love
yeah.
those. So my album actually it's kind of for movies as well. Yeah, so you can use it as an inspiration album or for movies.
Okay,
yeah.
soundscape,
Yes,
the background.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
How about the daughters? Yes.
I look up to many singers, but I also look up to my mom.
Oh.
My mom made it this far, and sometimes without people supporting her. And I realized that I'm so glad to have a mom that supports me, and I look up to her as a successful musician. And other singers like Celine Dion,
Yeah.
Oprah,
Yeah.
because I like talk
Yes,
shows
okay,
too.
yeah, got it.
Yeah, and just singers that inspire me. I can't go down to a few because they're all.
And it's so true the importance of support, because I have friends which I know love music, but they don't have the people that's backing them up, and that's only so far they can go, because they look at the career. Maybe I should work for money versus music. Maybe I'm not as good. Not many people there to encourage them to really push on, and this is so amazing to have that. Sheng Li, what do you think?
Technically, I like David Guetta. I like fusion. I like classical, and you blend rock or pop or even orchestra, and that's what I'm really passionate about.
Got
But
it.
then you also, like my sister said, to delve into that, I need you to know that to be successful, successful on the outside, you need to be successful inside. You need to be very strong and be very, very, very prepared for criticism and loss and all that type of stuff. And when you have mommy here, sometimes when I was young, I'd be like, "Mommy, why do you force me to, sometimes practice now? Why?"
Yeah, why you force me to do math? Piano, music, right?
Yeah. But then you need sometimes you need the push, and sometimes you need the sacrifice. And what she says, I can't believe how unbelievably grateful I am to have a role model like her, to always push me and to always encourage me and always be positive.
Wow. Now, what's your final message to them? Is there someone in the audience who loves music? What's
Do
your
you
final
know
message
that
to them?
everybody is talented in something, in music, whether it is percussion or singing or something? And I think if you take time to find out what you really like, and if you do spend an hour each day, you master it. It's amazing because a lot of people came around and talked to me when they enroll. They would say that, "Oh, this is my childhood dream." And I thought that if it is, you can even do it now, right now, and you will get it.
Yeah, with that, go after what you really, really love.
Yes.
And then you can get it. It's not that easy. You have to go through the difficulty, the up and down, such that you can get it done.
Yes.
All right, with that, let's give Lily Cham and the daughters a huge hand. Woo! Thank you. Wow, that was amazing. And we have your second daughter.
Yes,
Yes.
Eden. Eden is going to sing 2 songs.
All right, let's give Eden a big hand. Woo!
You.
Thank you, Shani. Wow.
Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is so mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Oh, yes, I'm feeling good. I'm sorry if sometimes I've hurt you. I just want you to know I love you. Baby, you're the one for me. And you, I found the love of my life. I would never have imagined. You are everything to me. You're the love of my life. You're the love of my life. You are everything to me. You are everything to me.
All right, and thank you. Let's give them a big hand again. And I think it's not whether you're breaking a record for the sake of breaking a record. It's about you putting your heart into something. And you know, over the break, I hear about some of the practice that you have gone through in order to get to this level. So I'd like to ask the audience as well as the people at home, you know, what would be something that is so important to you that's worthwhile for you to put so much inside you such that you can get to this level. And that's really about living with passion. So again, thank you for tuning in this episode. My name is Sun. I'm the host for Living with Passion. And remember, the show is about you living your life with passion. So thank you. Let's give all of you a huge hand and stay tuned. Come back again. Thank you.